to another episode of our amazing podcast. Now we return. With me is Luigi, of course. Hello, Luigi.
Konnichiwa, George.
Konnichiwa, Luigi-sama. I hope everything finds you well on this fine, what day is it, Luigi? Saturday, isn't it?
My endeavors have been blessed, good sir.
My endeavors have been blessed with great fruit, good sir.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So it's been a long break. I was really looking forward to this.
A very, very, very brief hiatus. The briefest of sabbaticals, Luigi.
Yeah. A small European break of 6 months.
It was a tiny European break to recalibrate, and now we return, Luigi,
and upgrade our logistical capabilities, good sir.
To levels hitherto unseen, Luigi, to above any
audio visual
extravaganza, above any and all expectations, and an incredible achievement, really.
Yeah.
I mean, video, who would have thought? It's incredible.
Yeah, so a lot's happened since last we had a show, George.
Last we spoke, a few things. But we have the debate, right? We have
the one of the most awesome, but in a lame way, Republican debates. We've had 2 debates so far. We're going to be having a look at the second one today, which was a true slugfest of sorts.
Yeah, a cavalcade of pure degeneracy. That is the Republican debates. But before we get to the debates, Luigi, I wanted to very briefly touch on the Democrats. I think there's a few debates happening about. You've heard, I think, that Cornel West is running, right?
Yeah, and I hope
as a Green Party member. I think I don't think he's gotten the nomination yet, but that's the plan, I think. What are your feelings, Luigi? So what will you do? Would you vote, I don't know, Cornel West or Jack Biden or Tony Boy or the golden one?
So wait, Cornel is running for president?
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be awesome. That debate would be like look at this guy.
That debate is never.
He's a living legend. And for the uninitiated, this is basically the philosophical arm of the Bernie campaign. An American philosopher, political activist, social critic. Yeah, Cornel West is awesome. But I mean, how do you challenge a sitting president, George?
I mean, my feelings, and personally, I mean, he should have run in the Democratic primary to have even the slightest chance of winning this, or even whatever. I mean, whatever the argument is, and I've heard it many times in many forms, Luigi. But I mean, Bernie managed to get more than 40% of the vote in a primary, and I mean, no independent party member has ever managed to get even close to that for the last, I don't know, 150 years or something.
Yeah. So
I mean, I would have preferred if he had run as a Democrat to have any chance.
You have to use the established party infrastructure, one of the 2 major parties.
Even yeah, agreed. Even if it's rigged against you, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be rigged against you
because it's gonna be even more rigged against you if you run.
The machine protects thyself. The political machine, I mean.
All machines protect
themselves. All machines. Yeah. The AI will be selfless, George.
Anyway, forget the AI. So they had debate. A second one, even worse than the first. We didn't cover the first one, did we? It was during the brief hiatus.
Yeah, but we have to start.
It was a shit show. Let's just mention for a second, it was a shit show, and that DeSantis was even worse than expected, and expectations were low.
Yeah, Trump is absent from these debates, and that makes it.
Yeah.
That decreases how fun it is. Unfortunately,
exponentially, 2 degrees unimaginable.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to make do. Yeah, and the reason Trump hasn't come, like the argument has been,
the big boss, the boss.
I'm leading everyone by 50 points. What's the point of debating these morons?
You know what I love about Tony Boy? When I knew he wasn't gonna feature in any debates when they asked him about the Biden not having any debates, and he was like, "I can see what he's thinking. See his point. He's 50 points above the second one. Why would you do it?" I was like, "He's not gonna go in any debates."
Yeah, but like before we get into the debate, like it's
By the way,
pretty...
he would be amazing in these debates. By the way, you should go, Donny. You should go. I mean, half of them are already licking your balls every day.
We need the comedic material, Donny. Go to the debates. Yeah, but I understand his argument. He only has something to lose by showing up at the debates. He gets attacked. He has to, I don't know, maintain his grip over the party, fight for his grip over the party.
I guess. But yeah, let's have a look. Yeah,
these are the opening statements. So
negotiations is that they want 4-day French work weeks, but more money. They want more benefits, working fewer hours. That is simply not going to stand. I sat in a finance committee hearing when a widow came before the committee who was promised pensions from the unions, $4,000 a month. Unfortunately, it had been cut to $1,000 a month. We must make sure that we honor the commitments that we make. And one of the ways that we do that, do not overpromise and then underdeliver and leave the...
Set expectations low.
can you lower the volume a little bit? Yeah,
of course.
Nice. On the hook. I'll say this, Joe Biden should not be on the picket line. He should be on the southern border working to close our southern border because it is...
He should go and finish what Trump started. Build the wall, Joe.
Yeah, you know what the Democratic slogan should be. I mean, if you think we're bad, wait till you see the other guys.
That's literally been the winning strategy in 2020. That was exactly it.
Yeah.
Have you seen our opponents?
They're fucking insane.
Exactly.
Support, leading to the deaths of 70,000 Americans in the last 12 months because of fentanyl. It is devastating. Every county in America is now a border county because fentanyl has devastated Americans in every single state. I will also say 6 million illegal crossings since Joe Biden has taken office, and he eliminated Title 42. The one thing he should do is finish the wall, reinstate...
Finish the wall. Finish.
I think Title 42 is the one where they separate moms from babies. I think that's the one.
Yeah,
that's the one.
An excellent policy. No, we should bring it back. Yeah. We should.
42 and get the job.
By the way, Luigi, I mean, has he not heard of fucking tunnels, dude? Tunnels, dude. You can dig tunnels.
We built the wall. Finish the wall. The Great Wall of Mexico.
The Great Wall of Mexico, yeah.
The half-finished wall of Mexico.
It's not half-finished. The original section, Luigi.
The original section.
As the founders originally intended it. You know, Benjamin, what was he?
Franklin,
Tim Apple, and Luigi, yes. Lenin. You remember Lenin, as the Russians call him. They all intended it. The original section, it's built. It's perfect.
Honestly, Trump is running on this shit. He's like, and when I get back into office, we're finishing that wall. Anybody else would have taken 30 years to build what we've built so far.
A few pieces of wall. We built it so fast, so quickly. Amazing. Tim Scott, zero chance. Let's give him zero chance.
Yeah. Immigration. But in the meantime, we do want to talk about the economy and jobs, and especially want to talk about this strike for just a moment more. Mr. Ramaswamy, you've said that you really empathize with the strikers. You're standing next to Senator Scott, and do you agree with what he said, or do you think he's wrong?
I agree with some of what he said, for sure. I like the spirit of it. I'll say that I don't have a lot of patience for the union bosses. I think that's where he and I actually have a common view. I do have a lot of sympathy for the workers, however. People are going through real hardship in this country. I've been through hardship growing up. My father stared down layoffs at GE under Jack Welch's tenure at the GE plant in Evendale, Ohio. My mom had to work overtime in nursing homes.
Good. I mean,
he's playing.
I don't care. Everybody does it, but I really.
I'm not a hedge fund, bro. No.
Genuinely, I don't care what his parents did. I mean, tell me what you did. I mean, honestly, fuck you. Go on.
My parents are poor. Like,
they were so poor. They were so my parents.
He never mentions the fact that he's a multi-millionaire right now.
Luigi, his parents.
Hedge fund, pharma, bro.
His parents, dude. They worked so hard. Why aren't your parents running, dude? Why the fuck are you running then? Go ask your parents.
I mean,
I don't like good people, dude. Hard workers.
Maybe they should run.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Meet and pay off our home loan. So I understand that hardship is not a choice, but victimhood is a choice. And we choose to be victims.
Under my administration, we will make victimhood illegal.
Illegal. Banned victimhood, banned. Nobody will
Stop being a victim. There are no victims.
There are no victims. Only.
By the way,
yeah.
This motherfucker wants to abolish the Department of Education, and his foreign policy.
Which is insane. I mean,
his foreign policy plans basically to befriend the Russians. That's it. I mean, he's gonna say it at some point, I think.
That's the trendy right-wing opinion, dude. Come on.
I mean, that's the grand plan we came up with. we put the great minds on a table together, and they came up with, let's be friends with the Russians. We haven't tried that.
Like Sloppy Steve, such a sloppy great mind. Sorry.
Yeah, let's go.
Victorious in the United States of America. You know what? If I was giving advice to those workers, I would say go picket in front of the White House in Washington, D.C. That's really where the protest needs to be. Economic policy.
It's not bad advice. It's not the worst advice. We'll give that one to Rama Pastrami.
For context, Biden joined the picket line at the automotive, at the car manufacturing plant strike.
We have to admit at this point that Jack is going super Saiyan, right?
Yeah. So the first US president to ever join a picket line at a strike.
For you, baby. I did it for you. I did it because I'm better than Obama.
Honestly, we make fun of the guy because of all the silliness, of all the gaffes.
Jack. You dog face, shit face, thunder pony soldier. Fuck you. Fuck you. I can do more push-ups than you. Fuck you. Give me my
ice cream. Bring my ice cream. Yeah, but I mean, we make fun of him for being a little bit senile, but the way he governs, obviously it's not him governing, it's basically the Democratic Party machine.
It's him, you know it, baby.
Yeah, and his Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, is basically the biggest.
I've seen it, dude. There's worse fucking Treasury Secretary.
No, she's one of the worst. She's an academic that never gives you a straight answer, a technocrat, but without much technique. Let's put it that way. So she's not coming up with that either. I don't know who's pulling the strings, but so far what Biden has done is we've pulled out of Afghanistan, which was regardless of a criticism that he gets, from the Republicans mostly, it was a messy pullout. You're like, yeah.
They would have never pulled out. I did it, Jack. I did it.
Jack pulls out. Yeah, and Biden did that.
I always pull out.
Biden did that by himself. He resisted even his own party and still pulled the US out of Afghanistan. So kudos for that. Kudos for the fact that he's running a huge government deficit right now. By that basically means that they're spending a fuck ton. That's a technical term. So he's got
the money's
a metric fuck ton. But They've gone heavy on the spending, and that's mainly the biggest reason why the US economy looks to be in so much better shape than Europe or China right now. Yeah, I think like if Biden can manage to pull together a couple of debates with Trump, he's got this in the bag.
Dude, we stand with Jack. Done. It's done.
Yeah.
Stand with Jack. It's done.
But it's a big question though, whether Biden will manage to do 3 debates.
You know it, baby. Do it in my sleep, baby.
He's gonna be wearing sunglasses on the debate stage.
Bidenomics. Fuck yeah.
Bidenomics. Dude, Bidenomics have been pretty successful. I mean, I never thought I'd be vibing with.
I'm just doing FDR shit.
Policies that have driven up prices, that have driven up interest rates and mortgage rates. At the same time, wages remaining stagnant. What we need is to deliver economic growth in this country. Unlock American energy. Drill, frack, burn coal, embrace nuclear energy. Put people back to work by no longer paying them more money to stay at home. Stabilize the US dollar itself.
So let me translate all of that. Let's burn fossil fuels, screw the planet, and let's cut benefits for people that can't work.
And rescind a majority of those unconstitutional federal regulations that are hampering our economy. That is how we unleash American exceptionalism. And that's not a Democratic vision or a Republican vision. That is an American vision that we embrace economic growth.
Sick vision, sir. It's a sick vision. Only a sick man. Sickness must be purged.
This guy gives me the creeps, seriously.
The heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. I mean, there's some
and you know
negative aura around him.
You know he's gonna be popular because the one who gives you the heebie-jeebies is the one they usually pick.
Of course. I mean, there's a reason he gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. The jeebie-heebies.
And capitalism is still the best system known to man to lift us up from poverty, and we should not apologize for it. That's what it means to be an American.
Capitalism, freedom.
Everybody's making this man apologize for capitalism. Apologize, good sir. Apologize. It happens to everybody all the time.
There's only one true religion, and it's called money.
I mean, dude, if there's an everyday issue, like an everyday person is gonna face every day of his life, he's apologizing to for capitalism, right? I mean, it happens to everybody all the fucking time. It's like, apologize, sir. Apologize for this capitalism, sir.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
You sound very anti-capitalist.
I mean, that sounds like a dystopia, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're living in a dystopia.
It's a vision.
You could argue we're already living in a dystopian.
Nobody said it had to be a positive vision. I mean, I feel it's positive. He feels positive. That's why he gives us the heebie-jeebies.
he talks quickly. He talks quickly to project how smart he is.
Almost like a machine.
There's this weird thing with right-wingers that the faster you speak, the smarter you
Everybody
seem to be.
It's the goal. Isn't that the Fibonacci sequence? I'm wrong, right? Something like that. Yeah.
The third law of thermodynamics.
Exactly. Yeah. It's wow, I love that. I love that Varney still gets the key. I love that. I love that. We love him.
We found
I hate those union bosses, good sir, and I speak with an English accent, so I must know something, right?
We found the most sold out Englishman there's ever been, the biggest sellout. And we put him in Fox.
Yeah.
330.
I speak in a weird accent, sir. It makes everything sound more serious.
I will not sell out for the Queen, but I will sell out for the almighty dollar.
Yes, Miss Moneypenny.
6 times the number of rank and file workers. That's just part of a wider income inequality trend in the country. The richest
I love Varney of the people
of all income. Vice President Pence Last week you said you side with American workers.
Luigi, sorry, I mean,
also-
Luigi, even Varney is going left wing now. Jesus Christ, right? The inequality, good sir. The inequality.
Right,
Didn't you say you wanted to murder the poor?
It's the classic trick the right wingers, right wing public figures do. They are great at detecting the problem. Like they're great about they're great at analyzing the problem, but they're not really good with their solutions, unfortunately. I mean, everybody's going to talk about the real issues that affect people, and they're just going to focus on the problem. You hear zero solutions, and the solutions they do give are fucking insane.
Are they going to blame welfare?
How
Yeah,
these
let's see.
companies operate. Which is it?
Well, thank you for the question. I want to thank Univision and Fox Business for assembling such a wonderful forum.
I want to thank God.
Look, I do disagree with something Tim Scott just said. Joe Biden doesn't belong on a picket line. He belongs on the unemployment line.
Well, you missed the best part.
Sorry, let's put it again, but he feels almost Christ-like, I have to note.
I mean, look at him. Yeah, he is
almost has the
Christ-like.
halo. He's Christ-like.
Mike, I have been visited by the saints.
I have
Pence. I have seen the holy light. Pence.
Tim Scott just said.
Sorry.
Joe Biden doesn't belong on a picket line. He belongs on the unemployment line.
Oh my God!
Burn.
So Christ-like, so.
And by the way, like you can see that this line was rehearsed, some staffer thought of it. Like he's been rehearsing it in front of the mirror for 5 days.
I just want to say it's so Republican in its essence because it also makes fun of unemployed people intrinsically as a line. It's a beautiful Christ-like line from my I follow Christ Pence.
Manufacturing state in the country.
But it's like, whoa, that was a good line.
We brought 12,000 factories back to America during our administration. I know something about manufacturing.
What do you know about
manufacturing?
I've been manufacturing halos my entire life.
What do you know, Mike, about manufacturing? Tell us.
I've been like Jesus. I've been manufacturing tables and chairs.
I've been whittling down crucifixes for a good now 40 years span. I'm making the best crucifixes, and I hang myself on them because Christ is my savior.
To understand Jesus' pain.
Jesus, one love.
Sometimes I also use the crosses for BDSM.
Well, the union bosses are talking about class warfare and talking about disparity in wages. I have to tell you, I really believe what's driving that is Bidenomics has failed. Wages are not keeping up with inflation. Auto workers and all American workers are
He's right about that.
Yeah, what is he going to do about it?
Economy. And Joe Biden's Green New Deal agenda is good for Beijing and bad for Detroit.
It's also good for your climate and the air you breathe, probably. But I mean, let's not focus on that one.
And beyond that, I mean, at this point, they're losing out on China major, on fucking climate change, and they need to fucking keep pace, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in production of renewable energy, I don't mean in actual. I don't know.
Yeah.
China uses a lot of renewable energy, but they also use shitloads of coal power and more polluting forms of energy. I'm talking about production of renewable energy. All the solar panels are Chinese, right?
Most of the solar panels, but I mean, the hypocrisy of it is that even if everyone was driving a Tesla or something tomorrow, I mean, where fuck Elon, but yeah, where do those Teslas get charged? I mean, they're charged on an electric grid that is powered by coal.
I mean, ideally, yeah, you don't want it powered by coal. Yeah, of course. So it's a complicated problem, yeah.
But I mean, back to Mike Pence.
People just want to see the planet burn. Sorry.
But back to Mike Pence, I mean, they're great at detecting the problems. Yeah, wages are not going up. Like they're going to highlight all of the problems and then just say, look at how bad the Democrats are. Where's the fucking solutions?
It's the vegans.
We demand solutions.
Yeah. Let's see what else he says.
repeal the Green New Deal, get rid of the mandates and subsidies that are driving American gasoline automotive manufacturing into the graveyard. And beyond that, also, as President of the United States, I'll be standing with workers all.
Luigi, did you just say subsidies that drove them into the graveyard? Isn't they getting subsidies, but they're being driven into the graveyard because they get free money?
No. He's talking about green subsidies. Subsidies.
The fossil fuels get the fucking subsidies as well. I think. I mean, they get other subsidies. Everybody gets fucking subsidies.
I mean, I agree, but he's just bitching that some clean energy got the subsidy, and that's making the poor.
Jesus,
poor factories of regular cars, the factory owners are becoming poorer and poorer. I feel so sorry for you, huh?
I mean, if they don't adapt at this point, they're just going to be left behind. I mean, everybody else is going to be using electric shit, and you're just not going to be making them. That's the fucking equation, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, if I had to imagine, Mike Pence is getting his money from a couple of car manufacturers, and Jesus.
Obviously Jesus, but I mean, I'm just being real about this. You have to catch up to the game. Otherwise,
look at the first comment on YouTube.
I love that. Kenny is obviously a Donny Boy fan, which we all are. We all are.
This is an embarrassment. The only thing I would switch is the word embarrassment for shit show. But yeah, let's do it.
All across America, and I'll be standing for the right to work of every American to join a union.
I mean, that's like,
by the way,
that's the most anti-union legislation ever enacted in the United States.
It's like I'm seeing House of Cards all over again. I mean, this is what Frank Underwood was doing with America Works.
They give me massive heebie-jeebies, dude, because they go for the jugular. You notice that, right? I mean, they always go for the fucking jugular. And everybody listening to him, voting for them, have no fucking clue what he's talking about. But he's talking about referencing the most anti-union legislation enacted in the United States. The right to work. Yes, the right to work. He's gonna fucking ruin every worker left standing, dude. He's a demon. He's a demon. For Jesus. Demon. For Jesus.
Jesus. Let's do it.
Join a union as they decide.
Senator Scott, you mentioned, will you care to respond?
There's no doubt that Joe Biden needs to be fired. That's why I'm running for president. I look forward to being the next.
Fuck this dude. I mean, he has no chance. This is it to
He has 2% on the polls, maybe less.
I've already forgot. Is he Ben Carson? Who the fuck is he?
Of America.
Exactly what happened. Biden showed up on that picket line, but why are those workers actually there? It's because of all of the spending that he has pushed through in the economy that's raised the inflation. So when you look at the fact that we are paying higher gas prices, higher grocery prices, $7,000 more a year for families.
Look, amazing at detecting the problems. I mean, Nikki's a fucking scholar. Look at all these problems we've got. And then look at the absence of anything beyond that.
What we need to do is I came out with an economic plan, eliminate the gas and diesel tax so that they have more money in their pocket. Let's focus on going after middle America and cutting taxes for middle America and collapsing those brackets. Let's get rid of unfair distortions like this.
And how are you gonna make up for the how is she gonna make up for the fucking deficit and all the taxes she's gonna cut?
We don't make up for the deficit. And I mean, their answer to that, and it's a rational answer, is why are the Democrats like balancing the books? Fuck that. Everybody runs.
I mean, if they're willing to do that, fuck yeah. But they're gonna want to cut anything below anything a working class person needs to survive, basically.
So I mean, the Republicans are the biggest hypocrites in the world on this one issue. Whenever they're not in office, they're the biggest deficit hawks there's ever been.
Yeah, but they usually do it by cutting taxes for corporations and the rich. That's They don't even cut middle class taxes. That's how bad they are.
The funniest part was like when Trump cut taxes, like the plan, the economic projections that they gave out was literally that the tax cuts would pay by themselves. And like,
I remember. But it was like
everybody
dead, right?
Yeah, but I mean, everybody was making fun of how ridiculous their assumptions were. I mean, yeah.
The rock stars, dude. The rock stars.
If you punish a model enough, it's going to tell you what you want.
That they give to wealthy people in blue states and not and paid by red states. And let's make sure we make the small business
I mean, like
taxes
something
permanent.
like
They only-
8 out of 10 or something of biggest welfare recipient states are red states. Just whatever. Yeah.
Who
Whatever.
made those temporary? They made the corporate taxes permanent. Let's focus on what it takes to get more cash in the pockets of workers. That's when we'll be able to deal with strikes like this, not sitting on a picket line like Joe Biden is.
Thank you, Doris.
So far, the solutions have been let's burn coal, let's cut taxes.
And let's not go on the picket line, dude. What the fuck?
And let's not go on the picket line. And
that's the
let's
number one, I think, solution given. Don't go with it. Don't go, Jack. Go with some ice cream.
Yeah.
We have other questions to get to about economy.
Visionaries, right?
I'm sorry.
Allow me to.
I'm sorry, I have to jump in because we're missing the point and every other network is missing the point. The reason why people are striking in Detroit is because Joe Biden's interference with capital markets and with free markets. The subsidies were subsidized.
Joe Biden took my job.
What the fuck? Dude, skip him.
North Dakota. No, let's hear the North Dakota now.
Whatever.
Doug. Durham.
Let's hear
Burgum.
Let's hear the. Come on, Dag.
I mean, he's a Republican from North Dakota. He's probably gonna be.
Extra
questionable.
And we're subsidizing the cars and a particular kind of car, not every car. We're particularly
I'm off those electric vehicles.
And when you decide that we're going to take all of your taxpayer.
Those Elon mobiles. Why are we subsidizing the Elon mobiles?
Fuck Elon, yeah.
He promised us rockets. Where are the rockets?
Monies, take $1 billion, subsidize a certain type of vehicle, and the batteries come from China. China controls 85% of the.
He knows, Luigi. He knows.
He knows about rare earths. Wow.
Rare earth because they're measured in parts per million. China is moving 100,000 pounds of earth in Indonesia, in Africa. They're literally destroying the planet so that they can make a battery that's in a car subsidized here. That's why they're striking, because they need 2/3 less workers to build an electric car. Joe Biden, this strike is at Joe Biden's feet.
My God, dude, he turned everything against green energy, dude. These people are demons, right?
I mean, these people are single-handedly holding back mankind. I mean, the fact that one of the two
so masterfully, dude. I mean, you have to give it to them.
The fact that one of the two major political parties basically doesn't believe in climate change is, I mean, it holds back humanity in the biggest country on earth.
We're making the renewable stuff, Luigi. We have to make their own renewable stuff. The Chinese make the renewable stuff.
The follow question to Governor Christie. The government will shut down.
See, Governor Christie, do you like chicken wings?
That's not by the end of this week. Vice President Pence warns that politics of, quote, Trump's populist proteges, like Mr. Ramaswamy,
we'll have to cut that one, unfortunately.
Why?
If the government...
Yes, I like chicken wings.
Maroon, I like my chicken.
Look at me, do I look like I don't like chicken wings?
Look at me, dude, I'm basically a chicken wing. If you put oil on me, I get fucking fried. What do you mean? What do you mean, Maroon? A Goomba.
Shuts down. Should voters blame populist Republicans?
Voters should blame everybody who's in Washington, D.C. They get sent down there to do the job, and they've been failing at doing the job for a very long time. And let's be honest about this with the voters. You know, during the Trump administration, they added $7 trillion. $7 trillion in national debt. And now the Biden administration has put another $5 trillion on and counting. They have failed, and they're in the spot they're in now because none of them are willing to tell the truth. None of them are willing to take on the difficult issues. They just want to keep kicking the can down the road. And the inflation that Nikki spoke about is absolutely right. And it's caused by government spending. And that's why people all across this country are suffering tonight. And yet we don't get.
People are suffering because of how much money we are giving them.
They basically want to turn everything into the Greek economy.
Yeah. Let's cut the government and see how well that works out. I mean, you can do it on the margin, but I mean, the Republicans are probably going to cut benefits for the most vulnerable people because, fuck it, that's what we do.
Because I'm a chicken wing.
Because I like no more chicken wings. Nobody gets any chicken wings except for me.
I get all the chicken wings.
I like Chris Christie because, at the very least, like he attacks his own party a little bit.
I mean,
well. Like he criticizes.
Jersey. I mean, he's got some spine in him. He's got a bit of a fight in him. Yeah, he's a bulldog.
He's got some cojones.
Got some gumption. He eats chicken wings. He eats all the fucking chicken wings.
He loves chicken wings. Chris Chicken Wing Christie. It should be his running name.
His favorite food is the buffet.
He won't answer as to why he's raising the debt the way he's done. And Donald Trump hides behind the walls of his golf clubs and won't show up here to answer questions like all the rest of us.
He called out the king.
Nice.
Called out the king.
Took a shot.
Put $7 trillion on the debt. He should be in this room to answer those questions to the people you talk about.
Look at this. He's raising his hand like a fucking buffoon, dude.
Yeah. The other reason I like Chris Christie, he's one of the few Republicans that admits that global warming or like climate change is real. Wow. But he doesn't really want to do anything about it because.
But at least, I mean, it's something.
At least he recognizes it's a problem. Everybody else is like, no, questionable models.
When I
scientists.
When I feast on my chicken wings, I think about the climate. I get sad, but I
get sad. I get sad because I might not be able to enjoy my chicken wings in the future if the climate changes too much.
But fuck it, YOLO.
If the government closes, it's the blame. It is to the blame of everyone in Washington, D.C., who has failed to do their job and just plays to the grandstand.
These people are so like the collective IQ on stage must be.
Luigi, if you can find DeSantis or the Pastrami, that would be. I mean, the Pastrami. Where's DeSantis?
You haven't spoken.
Governor DeSantis.
Look at him. He looks like G.I. Joe, right? He looks like a malfunctioning G.I. Joe.
Well, let's hear
Dude, he's creepy. Look at him.
Let's hear the prepared speech by Ron. I am the Florida King, DeSantis.
Reckless behavior. They borrowed, they printed, they spent, and now you're paying more for everything. They are the reason for that. They have shut down our national sovereignty by allowing our border to be wide open. So please spare me the crocodile tears for these people. They need to change what's going on. And where's Joe Biden? He's completely missing in action from leadership.
Why is he not in the Republican primary debate?
Wait.
Donald Trump is missing in action. He should be on this stage tonight. He owes it to you to defend his record where they added $7.8 trillion to the debt. That set the stage for the...
Wow, Chris said 7. DeSantis came out with the decimal, 7.8 trillion.
Yeah, and you know, Pastrami is going to start licking Donny's balls immediately.
I think he has to. Somebody has to lick Donald's shoes.
Yeah.
Inflation that we have now, I can tell you this, as governor of Florida, we cut taxes, we ran surpluses, we've paid down over 25% of our state debt. And
deficits are illegal in Florida.
We created a utopia, Luigi, of alligators and fucking brain deads.
And tropical storms sometimes.
Yeah.
Spending when it came to my desk, and as your president, when they send me a bloating spending bill that's going to cause your prices to go up, I'm going to take out this veto pen and I'm going to send it right back to them.
The veto pen, the veto pen vetoes everything.
By the way, he doesn't.
The veto pen.
Yeah,
the veto pen.
I'm not getting it.
The veto pen does not allow any bills that have been signed by Congress to pass. you shall not pass.
The probe is so lame. It's so lame. The probe is lame.
I'm going to take out this veto pen and I'm going to send it right back to them.
My God, it's so lame. God. My God, the smile
By
is
the way,
so fucking pathetic.
you don't need a veto pen to not sign something.
My God, I knew he was bad, but I didn't realize he's this bad. Jesus Christ, I mean, Jesus. Yeah, he needs a specific veto pen, Luigi. He needs the specific.
Yeah. I mean, you're just not going to sign it. I mean, you don't really need a pen.
By the way, just from this 17 minutes, I think that none of them has a fucking chance. Not even the pastrami. Not even the
pastrami is angling for Vivek is angling for vice president, I think, under a Trump ticket. And it's a smart sort of move because Vivek brings the billionaire class blessing with him. And he also gets to play the minority card. So I mean that probably helps Trump because
sadly though.
Yeah.
Sadly, because the Republicans are anti-minority, so they have to do it sadly.
Exactly.
It's on the minds of a lot of moms and dads and Americans, and I know that you've been thinking about it because childcare costs, they are up. They're topping $10,000 per month. Some families are spending up to half their income on childcare, and they're having to decide: is it?
What happens? The greatest.
Jesus Christ.
We're going to get to you. We're going to come back to you. There's a lot of time.
Skip Reagan. Jesus.
Idea of amnesty.
That's so lame.
Those who have put down roots and who have lived.
Oh yeah, he was pro-immigration. Yeah, that's funny.
He opened up a path to citizenship, basically, for illegal.
Reagan himself.
I mean, the way they idealize, they worship Reagan at this point. It's like the Reagan presidency was the best thing after ice cream.
Maybe. I think after me.
Maybe, probably.
After the golden one, the stable, very stable.
They may have entered illegally.
2 years later, President Reagan granted amnesty to nearly 3 million immigrants, something no Democrat or Republican president has done since.
Why are you anti-immigration?
Governor Christie, as governor of a non-border state in 2010, you supported a path to citizenship. But when you ran for president in 2016, you flipped, saying immigrants should be tracked like FedEx packages.
Wow. On a path look at that look. He's like, you dug up that quote.
he looks like a mafia boss, He looks like a mafia.
No, I mean, Tony Soprano kind of look. This is a very Soprano-like character. It's like, you know what we do. You know what we do to you.
I'm working here. I'm working here. What the fuck? Maroon.
Know what do we do to guys like you in Jersey?
We put you in little cans of tuna, Maroon. We put you in there, make it nice and stuffy.
We make you into bolognese.
Million of undocumented immigrants.
Well, the problem is that since no one has done anything since we first had this discussion 13 years ago, we're not in a position to be able to do any of that anymore.
Maybe
we have to do next.
Maybe we should have stayed off the fucking channels. Maybe we should have stayed off the grid.
First, treat this like the law enforcement problem it is. Our laws are being broken every day at the southern border, every day. And Joe Biden and his crew is doing nothing about enforcing that law.
They took our job. They took our jobs.
What about his crew? What about them boys?
Oh, and by the way, they announced during the presidential race that we're going to let it go. And we need to have a president who acts like I did as governor, enforce the law first and foremost. And that means what I'll do on day one is sign an executive order to send the National Guard to partner with Customs and Border.
Excellent. Send the army in. Send the army to the border. That's going to de-escalate things.
Sure that we stop the flow of fentanyl over the border, but also to make sure that we send a much different message.
There's not gonna be a fucking guardsman every fucking 10 feet to stop the fentanyl.
Why not? Why not?
It's insane, right? I mean, everything.
We've got enough soldiers. I mean, we could do it.
fucking tunnels, they've got aeroplanes, they've got boats. The problem is a bit more complicated about the fentanyl stuff, Luigi.
We want you here in this country to fill the 6 million vacant jobs we have, but only if you come here to follow the law, and only if you come here.
Like, it's amazing how they use these numbers. 6 million vacant jobs. The US unemployment rate is at the lowest level it's been in basically 50 years. So, I mean, it's a pretty good labor market. Everybody that wants a job probably has a job. You need some unemployment. 6 million people is not that much in a country of 350 million or something. So, I mean,
I mean, it's better than other times. Most times the Republican has been in charge in the recent past.
For sure.
Legally. If you come here illegally, we will apprehend you and we will send you back across the border from which you came. And
we will gag you and not give you any chicken wings.
And who's gonna make your chicken wings then, dude? Fat ass. Think about that then. Think about who's gonna make your chicken wings then. That's the guy who's making your chicken wings.
A law and order agenda in this country, not only now but in the future. We won't be able to continue this. And I'll tell you this: Donald Trump failed on this as well. He said he was going to build a wall across the whole border. He built 52 miles of wall and said Mexico would pay for it. Guess what? I think if Mexico knew that he was only going to build 52 miles, they might have paid for the 52 miles.
Got him. We got him.
It's a country south of the border. You've seen the Fox News drone. It's captured this steady stream of people.
The Fox News drone.
In fact, I believe we have a live picture of it tonight. That is happening right now, live.
The Federales.
The U.S. has spent nearly $55 billion to address the root causes of migration. But crime, poverty, and corruption, they persist, and the number of migrants is only growing. Are we wasting our money?
Well, what happens is when Joe Biden waved the green flag, it told everybody to come. And now we've seen 6 million people cross the border. We've had more fentanyl that have killed Americans in the Iraq, Vietnam,
and see
or
how they
wars
mix
combined.
those subjects as
We
well.
need to make sure that we are a country of laws. The second we stop being a country of laws, we give up everything this country was founded on. So we have to secure the border. The way we do that is, first of all, defund sanctuary cities. You see what's happening in Philadelphia right now. It's got to stop. We need to make sure we put 25,000 more Border Patrol and ICE agents on the ground and let them do their job. I spent 400 miles down that border, and I'm telling you, Border Patrol agents aren't allowed to do their job. Let's go back to remain in Mexico policy. Instead of catch and release, let's go to catch and deport.
What about the aid that federal taxpayers are paying to deal with the root causes? It's not working.
The only aid that we should be spending right now is to secure the border, the southern border, the northern border, period. We need to keep Americans safe. And right now, Americans are not safe.
Dude.
Only when we fix the immigration.
This fucking idiot, this cretinous moron. I mean, you got cut aid. There's going to be more migration, you stupid fucking moron.
Yeah. That's why you give aid. There's a reason we give aid. By the way, international aid is like a fraction of a fraction
of what is needed to fucking fix shit.
Out of the entire budget, I mean. So even if you got international aid,
you get a sliver, you get a percentage at most.
Basically nothing. That doesn't move the needle in any way.
In any way, including migration-wise. That's why they keep coming. The aid is very little. It's very little.
Should we ever look at putting any more?
I can literally Yeah, put the idiot on. Put them all on. Yeah, look at it. Look at that look.
Look at that look.
Dude. Look at
this is the look of victory. I'm coming to dismantle you and your peoples.
And your species. You know, it killed people with that look.
Dude, what this is a John Wayne sort of Western movie kind of look.
It's a John Wayne Gacy look.
Yeah.
And training exercises. Are you comfortable with China deepening ties with our southern neighbors?
China.
Of course not. And the reason why we're in this mess is because elites in DC for far too long have chosen surrender over strength when it comes to the CCP. Some people in our country got rich. Our industrial base got hollowed out, and they have been able to build the second most powerful military in the entire world. We need a totally new approach to China. We are going to have real hard power in the Indo-Pacific, like Reagan, to deter their ambitions. We're going to have economic independence from China, where we're decoupling our economy, and we are going to go after the cultural power they have in this country. As governor of Florida, I banned the CCP from buying land in our state. We should do that.
Let's listen to this guy. Let's listen to Vivek, and then we've had enough. We've had enough. This is too much. I mean,
then not about the Constitution and the 14th Amendment. The difference between me and them is I've actually read the 14th Amendment.
Wow.
All persons born or naturalized in
I
the
know
United
how
States
to read.
and subject to the laws and jurisdiction thereof are citizens. So nobody believes that the kid of a Mexican diplomat in this country enjoys birthright citizenship. Not a judge or legal scholar in this country will disagree with me on that. Well, if the kid of a Mexican diplomat doesn't enjoy birthright citizenship, then neither does the kid of an illegal migrant who broke the law to come here. And as the father of two sons, it is hard for me to look them in the eye and say, you have to follow the law when our own government fails to follow its own laws. That's how we really...
In fact, I don't even look my sons in the eyes at all.
I mean, why would you focus such hatred on those people when they are
haven't seen my sons
Yeah,
in 2 weeks.
I don't see my sons often.
I don't really like them.
I don't remember their eyes.
Go the distance and solve this problem and restore the rule of law in the
My
United
God,
States.
he's so evil.
That is part of what it even means to be an American.
America, freedom, Constitution. Wow.
We have to kill the migrants and their children. Their spawn have to be eliminated.
Let's deport everyone.
Let's throw them in a ditch next to the Arizona River.
Yeah, and I mean, this has been a complete disaster. Like, yeah, let's not do the rest. It's too
so
long. But like,
so
you've gotten the picture. It's
an excellent picture. It's a full blown picture. It's a blossoming picture. It's the best picture.
Meanwhile, while all of this is happening, I'm reading headlines like this one, George. And yeah, like the coming quarter is going to be interesting because student loan debt payments are going to resume after like 3 years.
Isn't he going to court for that one? There's a lot of shit happening, isn't it, about the student loan thing?
Yeah, so a sharp drop in childcare funding.
That's not good.
Yeah, that sounds. 12% of Americans live at or below the poverty line. The rate fell to a record low in 2021 thanks to
Jack, Luigi.
Thanks to stimulus,
basically. Thanks to the guy they keep demonizing for doing exactly this very thing that we've been watching for the past, 30 minutes or something. Thanks to that. Isn't that what they're talking about? Fell to a record low. What was that fell to? Poverty, right? Yeah,
poverty fell. Because
he has poverty people and he's the evil one.
The only reason poverty fell were those
stimulus.
The stimulus checks were huge.
But you got child tax credits, which were huge tax credits if you had children.
For sure.
Which also went there as well.
The first time we tried like untargeted sort of support to everyone, it worked like masterfully.
The rate fell to a record low, as Reuters says.
Yeah, so the government is shutting down this weekend because
is it really shutting down? I mean, we always have this talk.
It's shutting down, but it's not a we're going to default kind of situation. It's we are not going to pay firefighters and teachers until we reopen the government.
That's not the mark of a healthy nation, is it?
I mean, it has a real impact on people, as you can read here. People are going to lose their food benefits, like 7 million. Yeah, food stamps are not going to be issued. And
so bad. And I mean, how is your fireman gonna defend you with vigor if he's not even getting paid? It's the mark of a stupid nation. It's the mark of a nation in decline.
So yeah, a lot of interesting things happening, George. I'm afraid we're gonna have to leave it here.
Yes.
But a most fruitful return.
And
looking forward to.
We'll be back soon again and again and again, like a fucking tumor. But the good kind, whatever. I fucked it, Luigi.
Excellent. Thank you to everybody for making it until the end. George, until next week.
See you. Bye-bye.